Honestly, the way you're feeling is normal. One thing, you need to have a safe space to talk about what you're feeling. Because if you just say how you feel around the wrong person, and also Black men especially don't have safe spaces to talk about their emotions. So it's like it's understandable why you feel that way. So it's understandable why you would be hesitant to find therapy because even with therapy, you have to find the right therapist because it's not like immediately because you find somebody that that person is going to help you because I'll say this point and then I'll go back to my point. Even when I first tried to find a therapist, I had to realize that one, they need to be culturally informed because what I'm not going to do is talk to you about racism. I'm talking here to talk about my problems. I'm not talking to try to explain to you about racism, okay? Like, or my culture.
Facts.
Like, no, that's not why I'm here. I'm here to, get through what I'm getting through. So I had to realize I had to find somebody that was already culturally aware, not necessarily like they have to be Haitian, but like at least you have an understanding of like Black culture before I even talk to you because you're going to dismiss my problems. It's just what it is, which was what happened. That's one thing. And then two, even the point that you mentioned about like, yes, you feel that, are the one that has to go through it. I completely understand that. I think the maybe a shift in perspective is that you don't have to go through it on your own. So it's like, yes, it's your responsibility to do what you have to do, right? Because you have a lot on your back, for your family and all the things. You don't have to carry it all by yourself. You know what I mean? So, and I say that for example, I can flip it onto me, right? I feel pressure within myself, right? There's so many things that I'm learning that I was not taught. Nobody in my family has a business. Like, I don't know that's the reason why I had to relaunch because I just was not I had no financial literacy. I didn't know nothing. I'm just trying, right? But I realized the same way I can get a trainer to help me at the gym, right? I could go to the gym by myself, but the thing about having a trainer is it helps with accountability. It helps even with your like body prime, the community aspect. You're not in it, going through it by yourself. You know what I mean? Like, of course, you can do it by yourself, but I think we're meant to do things together. You don't have to carry it on our own. We have this belief because it could be passed down for so many different reasons why as Black people, we're very resilient, like from people that came before us, right? But we don't have to do it on our own. That's the thing. But I understand that not every space is like the most comfortable or the most appropriate to be able to share how you feel. But I think it's tough, especially for Black men, because even I've even seen people in my own life who would want a Black man to be more expressive. They do, and then they have their own negative opinions about it because he's expressing himself. You know what I mean? So it's like I think it's just within our culture. There's a lot of changes in perspective that kind of needs to happen. I don't know if I answered your question. If there was a part that I missed, let me know. But basically I was going to say that you don't have to carry it on your own, and I think the reason why it might be hard to find a therapist or feel like you need one, I think it's just because finding that safe space can feel a little intimidating, but I don't know.
And like I see the constant spaces like that will pop up on you know, my timeline, and I always get the invitations and stuff like that. And again, I definitely, like I said, I see them and I'm like, do I want to go? And then I'm like, nah, because you know what? It's cool that I could listen to these other guys, and maybe maybe I should just go, and then maybe I can hear something that may be beneficial to me. Maybe it's something that I actually need to hear. But I think, yeah, it's just because I'm so stuck in my way that, like you were saying, like I don't need to do it alone, but like I'm gonna feel just as a man, like no, I'm gonna have to carry this. You can't hold my hand. You can't lead me there.
I
I
will
have to lead
say
myself there.